There are a lot of fruits in Blox fruits, which is why today, every single island we go to, we have to roll for a brand new fruit to use for the entirety of that island. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so to start this challenge, we're going to be using the smoke fruit because I rolled it on my main account. We've got the smoke fruit. It's not a bad fruit to start with, but we'll see what we can get at the next island. Hopefully something a little bit better. Alright, so I'm going to be using the smoke fruit against these bandits. Now, honestly, we could have gotten a worse fruit to start, so I'm pretty happy with the smoke fruit because it is a Logia type fruit, which definitely helps with farming, and the abilities are not too bad. Let's go! Alrighty everyone, so it is time for us to move on to the next island and also use our next fruit. Now, obviously I can't actually start rolling for fruits until I am level 50, which is like the third island, so I'm gonna have to wait a little bit. So I've gone back on my other account and I rolled myself two beautiful mythical fruits, as you can see right here. So we're gonna be using one of these fruits for the next two islands as well. Kind of bad, but then we can roll our own fruit and hopefully get something a little bit better. Okay, so now that we're here at the next island, we have to pick one of these fruits right here. Now, which one to pick? I think I'm gonna go with the legendary kilo fruit. I do have a good relationship with this kilo fruit, so let me eat this one right now. There we go. And we're gonna be using kilo for this entirety of the island. So, without further ado, let's go squish people. Yay! Okay, so we are 2 levels away from going across to the next island and getting our next fruit. But before we do that, we might as well beat the Gorilla King as the very first boss of the video. Let's get into it. Here he is. Let's beat him up. Let's go. Alright, and there we go. We beat him. Now let's move across to the next island and start using our next fruit. Let's do it. Alright, here we are. We're at the next island, and it's time to use our spring fruit. This is the last time that we'll be using a fruit that we haven't actually rolled. Well, we technically did roll it, but we just didn't roll it on this account because we'll be able to hit level 50 here, and which means we'll be able to go and roll our fruits. Finally, hopefully we can get something a little bit better than what we've gotten so far. I mean, only time will tell. Alright, let's eat this fruit. Nom, nom, nom. Alright, so we are now level 59. We are 1 level away from going to the next island and getting our next fruit. But before we do that, before we're actually allowed to go and roll, we need to beat Bobby before we can do that. That's the requirement. We must always beat the boss once before we can move on. So, let's go do it. Alright, there we go. We did it. We can finally go and roll for our technical first fruit. But it doesn't matter. By the way, this fruit is absolute garbage. I think this is probably the worst fruit in the entire game. I've used Kilo. I've used them all. This one sucks. This first ability right here just misses like 50% of the time for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. Alright, so it's time to roll for our very first fruit. Now I'm praying to the Blox fruits gods here that I am able to get something good. Please. Oh my god, it's a smoke fruit again. But crying out loud. Alright, don't worry. That's pretty good though. It is a Logia fruit. So honestly, I'll take that. Let's eat this bad boy right now and get back to farming. Alright, so here we are at the desert quest. We can grab this one right here, the desert bandits. I love farming these guys because they're nice and close together and it's super easy. So without further ado, let's go beat them up real quick. Alright, so now that we're level 75, we can take on the next quest, which is the desert officers. Now, these guys are a little far away, so I actually kind of recommend you don't fight these guys sometimes, because it could be a little bit of a hassle to run over here. Now, there's no boss on this island, so we don't have to beat any bosses to move on, which is kind of good. I kind of like not having to fight a boss here and there. But anyway, we'll move on. We'll beat these guys real quick, head across to the next island, so we get rid of this stupid smoke fruit. Let's get into it. We have finally reached level 90, which means it's time to roll for another fruit once again. So let's hope we get something we haven't used yet. That would be absolutely awesome. There we go. The flame fruit. Okay, that's actually really good. I'll take a flame fruit. This is actually a really, really good fruit for early on. So I'm actually really happy with this. All right, so we're here at the frozen village, and I'm excited to get into using my flame fruit because this fruit is absolutely amazing. I love this fruit, and I got my basic abilities as well. I cannot live without my air jump. It is absolutely unplayable without this ability. So let's get into killing these guys really quickly. Let's go. We are officially one level away from reaching the next island, which means we have to take on the Yeti boss, which is the third boss of this video. Without further ado, let's burn this guy. And this should finish him off. There we go. We can move on to the next island. Ooh, okay, so the next island is Marine Fortress, which we can get an amazing accessory at Marine Fortress, so I'm excited for that. But before we do that, we have to go and, of course, get a new fruit. The time has finally come to give up the flame fruit. I'm very sad about it because I actually really love the flame fruit, but we gotta get rid of it, unfortunately. It's a part of the video, so let's buy it. Okay, I've got to wait 0 hours. I don't know how that works, but okay. Okay, attempt number 2. Surely this actually works and we don't have to wait 0 hours for some random reason. There we go, we did. Oh my god. This game hates us, man. This game hates us. It's trying really hard to get me out of this video, but I'm staying in it. I gotta eat the spin fruit. Oh my god, the second worst fruit in the game. Well, I hope you guys like watching me suffer because we're definitely suffering this video. We've gotten 2 smoke fruits and a spin fruit. That is not a good sign. That's not a good start, but at least we got a flame fruit, and hopefully we get another flame fruit. I just want anything but a spin fruit, please. But as I said before, we gotta go get an accessory that's really good. It's this black cape down here. This thing is absolutely amazing. Make sure I actually equip it properly. There we go. Now we got a black cape. We got a bit of extra health, bit of extra damage, bit of extra energy. What more can we possibly ask for, honestly? And here we are at Marine Ford. We're gonna kill these guys down below, and then we can go kill the boss. Let's go. Okay, so we are level 148, and it's time to take on the Vice Admiral with the spin fruit. Thank Christ I can get rid of this goddamn fruit. Alright, there we go. We beat him and we died. I don't know what happened. We just started lagging all of a sudden. And then, like, I couldn't move my character. I just died. It was really weird. But anyway, we're level 150. It's time to move on to the next island. But more importantly, it's time to get rid of this spin fruit. Okay, so it is finally time to get rid of this spin fruit. And now we can finally move on to the next island with our new fruit, which is hopefully going to be something absolutely amazing. So come on, give me something good. Alrighty, so we are back after getting an absolutely terrible smoke fruit. I do not want 3 smoke fruits, so I'm gonna roll again at the same level because, you know, we're not cheating, alright, boys? We ain't cheating. Okay, oh my, okay, that's really good. Why can't I see it? Why is it invisible? There it is. Okay, oh, well, that was weird. Okay, there we go. We got a magma fruit. I'm super happy with that. Magma is like one of the best fruits for grinding in the first sea. It's actually super amazing. So this next island is going to be very, very easy. There we go. We'll eat that one up, and then we'll head across to the Sky Islands. Nom, nom, nom. Okay, so here we are at the Sky Islands. There's no boss on the Sky Islands yet. Where we're up to, you have to go much, much higher into the sky to get to the boss, but we're not up to that yet. So we're just going to go around, beat up the NPCs, and then we can move on to the prison island. Let's go. The Sky Islands are done and dusted, which means it's also time to get rid of our magma fruit. Unfortunately, I absolutely love this fruit, so I'm kind of a little bit sad to get rid of it. Also, I didn't get to show you guys this whole fruit's potential against a boss or something like that, because there's no boss on the Sky Island, or at least the bottom levels. But it's time to get a new fruit nonetheless. There we go. The diamond fruit. Okay, you know what? It's not terrible. It could have been another smoke fruit. That would have sucked. Alright, so we'll eat the diamond fruit, break all of our teeth on this fruit, and there we go. We get to use the diamond fruit now, which isn't too bad. I mean, the ability, they're okay. It's okay. But now it's time to move on to the prison, so I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna beat up some prisoners. I'm gonna feel real good about it, and then I'm gonna go to the next island and get ourselves another fruit. Alrighty, so we got 3 bosses that we have to defeat. This guy's fighting the Chief Warden over there, but we need to fight the Warden first. So let's beat the first boss really quickly, and then we can move on to the Chief Warden and Don Swan. So let's beat him. All right, there we go. First boss down. Let's move on to the Chief Warden, the second boss. All right, Chief Warden time. Let's go. Alright, there we go. Chief Warden is down. I did die twice. That guy hits like an absolute truck. Or it might be because I only have 340 health for some reason. Because I have to put like all my points into Blox fruits. Otherwise I do like no damage. Anyway, move on to the last boss of the prison. Let's go. Alright, there we go. We did it. We didn't get the cape, unfortunately, but that's alright. We're going to move on to the next island, which is the Colosseum Island, and hopefully get ourselves a better fruit than the diamond fruit. This one is a little bit bad at farming, so I want to get rid of something like this and get a nicer fruit. Let's go. Alright, and here we are. We are back after defeating the prison bosses. Finally, we can get ourselves a new fruit, and I'm pretty happy to get myself a new fruit after using diamond for quite some time. Okay, the sand fruit. It's not my favorite fruit, but it's not the worst fruit. And it is a Logia fruit, which is really, really good. Okay, so the sand fruit is definitely not my favorite fruit in the entire world, but it is a Logia. So I'm actually not too upset about this one, so it should be okay. Let's get to the next island, which I think is the Colosseum Island, which also has no bosses. So kind of a boring island we can skip over pretty quickly, just kind of like this fruit. Kind of boring. Nom, nom, nom. Here we are at our favorite Blox fruit gacha man. Well, actually, he's not really my favorite today because he's been giving me some terrible fruits, but we are back, and we're going to try and get something actually good and worthy for this video. There we go. Oh, that's exactly what I wanted. Thanks, man. Gee, you're the best, dude. We're going into the Magma Island next, and I needed a really good fruit for the Magma Island, so this is actually, this kind of sucks a little bit, but hey, we're gonna get through the Magma Island, then we're gonna get ourselves a legendary fruit next. I can already feel it. It's gonna be amazing. Let's get to it. Okay, so honestly, if I beat this Magma boss with the chop fruit, I think you guys have to give me a little bit of a subscribe or a like, at least one of them, alright? Because this is going to be a challenging fight, so let's get into it. Woo! Alright, there we go. We beat him with the chop fruit, and I can finally get rid of this chop fruit for something actually good. Hopefully we don't get another chop fruit. Let's go and re-roll our fruit. Let's go. I can already feel it. The Blox fruit catcher is about to give me the best fruit in the entire game. He's about to give me a legendary. Come on, something. Oh, okay, that's actually insane. Wait, that's actually really, really good. Okay, wait, this is amazing. I'm super happy with this. We get to use this for the entirety of Fishman Island. Hell yes. It may not be a legendary, but it is the best fruit to use in the first sea, in my humble opinion. So I'm very happy with that. Let's get on to it. Let's go to Fishman Island. Nom, nom, nom. It is time for the Fishman Lord, and we're taking him on with the light fruit. Now, the light fruit is really, really broken, so this is going to be a very, very easy fight. Let's get into it. Alright, there we go. We have to pull him outside a little bit so we can actually use the ultimate ability of light, because you can't use it indoor, unfortunately. But there we go. We've killed the Fishman Lord. Now we can move across to the Blox fruit gacha once again and hopefully get ourselves a good fruit. But let's be honest, we're probably not going to get anything better than light unless we're really, really lucky. Back to the Blox fruit gacha once again. Hopefully we get something absolutely crazy to replace the absolutely amazing light fruit. Let's go. Bro, that's so bad. Okay. Oh my god, the revived fruit is just absolutely horrendous for farming. Oh my god. We're heading to the Sky Islands, and we have to use possibly one of the worst fruits in the entire game for farming. Oh my god, okay. The Sky Islands is an absolutely massive area, so this is going to suck quite badly. But let's get it done. Let's do it. Okay, so I got the Revive Fruit all ready to go now to fight the next boss. Now, I actually changed my mind. I kind of like the Revive Fruit. The abilities aren't as bad as I thought they were originally. It has been quite some time since I used this. But without further ado, let's go and fight this boss. Let's go! Alright, there we go. We almost died, but it's okay because we had the Resurrection available from the Revive Fruit, which is like one of the good abilities of Revive. Anyway, we're going to move up to the upper echelon of the Sky Islands, continuing to use the Revive Fruit until we're able to get to the next island and get ourselves a new fruit. Let's go! Here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the final boss that we have to beat with the Revive Fruit, and then we can finally get ourselves a new fruit because we'll be moving on to the next island. So, let's beat him. Alright, there we go. We did it. We didn't get the pole, unfortunately, but I mean, that doesn't really matter. Anyway, let's move on to the next island. Let's get another fruit. This will be our final fruit that we're able to roll at the Blox Fruit Gacha, so hopefully we get something actually good and not something completely garbage. Let's go. What are we gonna get? Spike fruit. I actually hate this game so much. The spike fruit is trash. No, in all honesty, though, the spike fruit actually isn't as bad as people make it out to be. It's not all the worst thing. It could be a lot worse, to be fair.
Nom nom nom.
And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. We have hit level 700, but before we can end this video, let's beat the final boss and the hardest boss of the first sea, apart from the raid bosses. Let's get into it. Let's go! Oh my god, some guy killed him. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Alright, well, we've technically beaten Frankie, the final boss, technically speaking. Hey, come here, come here. Screw you. Come here. Take my boss. Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get. We beat the guy who beat Frankie, so technically I'm gonna count that as a win. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.